What is up, Bears fans? Minicamp is officially in the books, and the buzz coming out of Halas Hall is absolutely electric. We finally got a real look at how this squad is shaping up, and some of the comments from the coaching staff and key players reveal a massive shift in our strategy for the season. Are we looking at a legitimate turning point for our offense and defensive line? The expectations are sky high, and you need to hear what's really going on behind the scenes. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below. Let's dive in. The Chicago Bears concluded their mandatory minicamp last week, marking the final time the team will be seen or heard from until the official start of training camp in 2026. While the on-field highlights have captured the attention of fans, the media sessions held at Halas Hall provided essential context regarding the current state of the roster. Head coach Ben Johnson, who addressed the media daily, took the opportunity to identify key players on both sides of the ball who are expected to play pivotal roles this year. Players also addressed their personal development, specifically highlighting areas where they must improve to reach the next level of production. One of the most significant insights involved defensive end Austin Booker. Montez Sweat spoke candidly about his teammate, noting that Booker is just scratching the surface of his potential. Sweat emphasized that while the young defensive end is still learning the nuances of being a professional, the talent is undeniable. The Bears notably bypassed significant additions to the defensive line in both the draft and free agency, signaling a strong internal confidence that their current group, led by Sweat and Booker, can generate the necessary pressure on opposing quarterbacks. This faith in the defensive line is rooted in the belief that Booker can make a substantial jump in 2026. If he successfully holds up his end of the bargain and records double-digit sacks opposite Montez Sweat, it would drastically alter the narrative surrounding the team's pass rush capability. For the Bears to reach their defensive goals, the progression of this young pass rusher remains a central theme, as the organization looks to improve upon the defensive weaknesses that were identified as a primary concern throughout the previous season. Gervon Dexter Sr. also addressed the media, providing a clear assessment of his own performance. When asked about his development, Dexter specifically pointed to the start of the down as his primary area for improvement. He noted that his get-off and stance needed to be more explosive to make a true impact at the line of scrimmage. Historically, observers have noted that Dexter was often the last player off the line, sometimes remaining in his stance, even as teammates like Sweat and Booker were already pushing into the backfield. However, the fact that he was able to display flashes of significant potential in the pass rush department despite these technical shortcomings speaks to his raw talent. Standing at 6'6" and 325 pounds, Dexter possesses a rare level of athleticism for a man of his size. His willingness to publicly acknowledge his technical deficiencies and commit to correcting them is viewed as a positive development for the defensive line. Entering the final year of his rookie contract, the incentive for Dexter to refine his game is substantial. If he can bridge the gap between his physical gifts and his technique at the snap, his impact on the defense will increase significantly. This adjustment is crucial for a unit aiming to become more disruptive in 2026. As he works to perfect his stance and get off, the organization is watching closely to see if this refinement translates into consistent performance during game situations. Dexter is focused on becoming a different player at the start of the down, a change that, if realized, would solidify his role in the rotation and provide the defensive front with the consistency they have been seeking as they prepare for the upcoming campaign. Why does this matter right now for the Bears? The focus on individual progression at minicamp is critical because the 2026 season requires significant growth from core players to balance the roster. While the coaching staff, led by Ben Johnson, has expressed confidence in the current personnel, the reality is that the team has specific gaps to fill following off-season departures. For instance, the offensive line remains a point of emphasis. Left tackle Braxton Jones acknowledged that he needs to trust his lower half and his positioning more effectively. After suffering a fractured fibula in 2024, Jones is looking to return to his form as a league-average starter. His ability to anchor the blind side for Caleb Williams is a major variable for the offense. Caleb Williams himself is also working on specific improvements, most notably his completion percentage. With a current mark of 58%, the quarterback is aiming to keep the offense on the field longer and score more points. While his style of play inherently carries risks, increasing that efficiency is his primary objective. The impact of these improvements is immediate. The team needs more consistency from the left tackle and a more efficient orchestrator under center to maximize scoring opportunities. Furthermore, the addition of veteran pass catcher Calif Raymond is intended to mitigate the loss of 150 targets from previous departures. Raymond has developed a strong rapport with Ben Johnson, and his speed is expected to open up the field for other weapons. The success of the team this year relies heavily on whether these individual adjustments, from the offensive line's stability to the quarterback's accuracy and the wide receiver's integration, can coalesce into a functional, high-scoring unit that consistently moves the chains. The role of Khalif Raymond is becoming increasingly clear as the team prepares for training camp. Although he is now 31, head coach Ben Johnson noted that Raymond's vertical push is as good as he has seen in their 5 years working together. He is expected to handle a significant portion of the targets left behind by DJ Moore and Olamide Zaccheaus. While many projected him as a return specialist, his rapport with Johnson suggests he will be a staple in the receiving corps. He provides a veteran presence in an offense filled with young talent, handling underneath routes and creating space for intermediate targets. Complementing this, the team is also investing heavily in the potential of rookie receiver Xavion Thomas. Selected in the 3rd round of the 2026 NFL Draft, Thomas was a specific target for Johnson. His 4.2 second speed in the 40-yard dash makes him an explosive weapon that the staff is eager to harness. Though he has yet to take a professional snap, his daily performance at minicamp has drawn praise from the coaching staff. Developing his work ethic is the current priority as the team looks to integrate his speed into the offensive scheme. The combination of Raymond's veteran reliability and Thomas's raw speed provides the coaching staff with versatile options to replace the production lost in the offseason. It is a strategic move designed to keep the offense dynamic. The ability to successfully implement these new pass catchers will be a major indicator of the team's offensive direction in 2026. By balancing veteran experience with youthful speed, the coaching staff is building a group that can adapt to different defensive looks, ensuring that the offense remains unpredictable and effective as they prepare for their bear down season. As the team breaks for the time leading up to training camp, the narrative surrounding the 2026 Chicago Bears is one of internal development and strategic alignment. The organization has made it clear that they trust the talent currently in the building, opting to refine existing players rather than seeking external solutions for every vacancy. Whether it is the defensive line relying on the growth of Austin Booker and the technical correction of Gervin Dexter Sr., or the offense counting on the increased efficiency of Caleb Williams and the integration of new receivers like Khalif Raymond and Xavion Thomas, the path forward is tied to these specific individual improvements. Braxton Jones provides the final piece of this puzzle, as his recovery and increased confidence on the offensive line are essential to protecting the franchise quarterback. The collective focus on these areas during the minicamp session suggests that the coaching staff has a precise vision for how each player contributes to the team's success. The expectation is that by the time training camp begins, these adjustments will have taken root, allowing for a more cohesive unit on both sides of the ball. The transition from the classroom to the field is the next test for this roster. As the players continue their individual work away from Halas Hall, the pressure to demonstrate these improvements will intensify once the pads come on. The staff has set the stage identifying the exact metrics, completion percentage, sack totals, and stance consistency that will define the team's progress. With the fundamental pieces in place and clear goals identified, the Bears are preparing for a season where the development of these specific players will determine the overall effectiveness and ceiling of the team in 2026.